So you want to hack games in Python? Then this video is for you. In this tutorial, you will learn how to hack almost any game out there with just a couple of lines in Python. Oh my god! Let's jump right into it. Alright, so I have my game open. It's Plants vs. Zombies. And I want to hack the sons we have here. So I have 50 points. Whenever I buy something, I lose. So now it's down at 0. If I pick up these following sons, it increases. So to create a hack in Python, we first need a way to find this value. So we will use SheetOnion. If you don't have SheetOnion installed, I do have a tutorial on that. And we will find our sum value now. So we will search for 75, 414 addresses. Then we change the value. We buy something. Now it's at 25. And we only have one address left. When we have this address, we can change it to see if it's the correct one. Let's change it to 333. And we can see now that we can afford more flowers. So we successfully found our address. And now we can use it in Python. We can leave it in SheetOnion and just rename the row to call it sum points. Or whatever you have in your game. Let's now open Visual Studio Code or whatever code editor you might use and create a new project. So we will create a new file and we'll call it something like, call it pvz. There we go. So we will begin by importing the necessary libraries for memory manipulation. So we will write import and then man. It will now be highlighted in this yellowish color or whatever theme you might use. So we will need to install pymap on our machine. So open command prompt. Just like this. And here we write pip install pymap. Just like that. It will install all of the necessary stuff and we can see that it was successful. Let's remove that one now and we can continue. Now we can see that it is not highlighted as a potential error. Now we can just continue. Let's instantiate the memory for the pymap. What are you seeing? Pymap.pymap. And then the name of our process. So we will go back to SheetOnion, then look at the top of the program. We can see here PubCap game 1.exe. So we will word or letter for letter write it down here. PubCap game 1.exe. It has to be matching perfectly. I'm pretty sure. And we have initiated our memory. So now we can take the address of our sum points, create a new variable, use the hexadecimal identifier, direct, and then paste. Now that we have the address, we can read it or write it. So to read it, we can create a new variable, sums equals pm.readInt and just throw in our address and it will read the game's memory. So let's print it out just for a checkup. Sons and then sons. Right, current sons. If we run it now, pi, then pvz, pi, it will say current sons 158 and in the game, we have 158 sons. So we correctly read the game's memory and found our son's value. Pretty good. Now let's sprite over it. So we will take the user input as an integer, so we cast it, and we let them, or we prompt them by saying, how many sons do you wish to have? After that, we can just use our pym, and then write int. Use our address again, and now the user input. This will write over the memory address or the value, and we can print successfully hacked sons. And then the user input. Because why not? We can now test this by using our Python method again. And it says, how many sons do you wish to have? If we look in game now and have them side by side, if we write a bazillionaire, can see that live in game it updated the game's memory. And now we have an unlimited amount of coins or whatever. As you can see, it updates in the game automatically to a cap on 10,000, but we can still change some value. So can run it again, change it to 555 successfully hacked sons, and we have 555. So your very first Python hack. Remember, these are dynamic addresses, so you want an application that works on different computers and so on, and if you restart the game, you will need to use static addresses. That means the address will stay the same. Or, no, that was a bad explanation, but yeah, whatever. Oh! Puck 2! Bombucket!